The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense is on the field for the first time today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Paul.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
That's a really nice throw. And you think about being the starting quarterback at The Ohio State University with all the great players they've had here recently, what this offense expects from you. This is explosive passing attack. You've seen that now in recent years. They push the ball vertically down the field. This guy has the skill set. That's why he's out there on the field right now. He allows this offense to really go, and he's playing at a high level.
Looking to pass, it's Howard. Trying to get to him. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the Big House fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
Steps away. He'll pull it down and run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Running it back, it's Morgan. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackling.
Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. He's looking to throw. Slings it. It's caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. And they've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. At the 20, he's got space. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field. There's nothing you can do about it.
Now from inside the red zone. Buys a little extra time. And the ball's on the ground. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Looking to throw, it's Orji. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And that is just what you want. You get a first-and-goal situation defensively, and you can get a sack and get a good loss, put them out of an easy running situation. Nice job by the defense.
Caught in the backfield, it's Edwards. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Oh, they tricked him. It's a fake. He wants to throw. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. It's nice to be a riverboat gambler and all, but man, oh man, when it goes against you, it can be ugly. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. They'll try the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Buckeyes decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for a block. It's Morgan. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse, but move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass, it's Orji. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
3rd and goal coming up here. Trying play action. Got it! And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Brings up 4th and goal. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, whether it's in the shoe or the big house, when you have these 2 programs with all that's at stake today, you know emotions run high in a game known simply as the game. And a compelling first half for a variety of reasons. Yes, there's a substantial lead to talk about, but I think it all starts with this defense that has more than made its share of big plays. If things keep trending in this direction, you can bet a ton of those backs and receivers are going to spend a lot of time in ice baths before the end of the day. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
About to kick it away again as we are tied up in the third quarter. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Not a lot of offense, in fact, no offense in terms of scoring there in the first half.
You got to give the defense credit on both sides. They've been physical. They've been making plays. So now,
and he's running in the open. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. Dropping back, it's Orji. Now he's going to glide away from pressure.
well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Looking to go up top on first down. Fires deep toward the end zone.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Feeling some heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just recently, the guys that they put their hand in the dirt and they go make things happen, get after quarterbacks like you see right here.
They just need a few more inches here on fourth down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. The completion well past the sticks. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And the holder will put it down on the left hash, a 34-yard attempt coming. Not a chance. Missed it. Kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. First down here for the offense. To throw, it's Howard. Buys a little time with his feet. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Lining up from the 34 on first down. They'll try to get the edge on the left. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go toss to the field and get that running back out into space to use his speed, but the defense looked like they were already lined up expecting that play, and they force a negative one.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Getting some heat. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
The Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. He's got great speed. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Finds his tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. 3 periods in the books, and it would be an understatement to say defense has carried the day. 0-0 as we take a look at the stats. This game has the look of one that if anybody can put any type of score on the board, they'll probably go home with a W as we start the fourth quarter. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man. It's Orji. Fires to the right. Got him downfield. And it is a chunk play. A huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Morris. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. Just like that, a hat trick of completions, and they're on the doorstep.
3 plays, 3 beautifully executed plays. This offense is in a really good rhythm. This
touchdown Wolverines! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
We finally get some points on the board. The defense has been dominating the day. Unbelievable job. 3 quarters of shutout football. Now finally some points on the board. Let's see where this goes now once you've created some momentum.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Kickoff team has the ball teed up, and they're about ready to go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Coming after it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They're bringing heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And this defense has squatters' rights in the backfield. Back-to-back sacks, and the crowd is insane.
You know, for this quarterback late in the game, you just need to have a better concept of the situation. Can't take sacks at this juncture. And I know that the play gets thrown off, the timing's off, and you're forced to roll out. But if nobody's open, either run the ball, get what you can, get out of bounds, or throw that thing away. Can't take negative plays at this point.
Fourth down, gotta have it here. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the pass is intercepted. Touchdown, Michigan. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Man.
It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that pass intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Looking to throw, it's Orji. Finds his big tight end. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? From the gun, looking for a man. He caught it! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Man, and that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays.
Touchdown, Wolverines! And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The fake, they flip it to the kicker. And that's not going to come close. I'm not even sure what they were thinking there. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan, 21. Ohio State, 0.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. To the air, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. And the offense just going to spike it here. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. They're trying to get to it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Man, they can barely see the first down marker from there, but they'll go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious. To be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media, it's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did, and we saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
That's going to do it